Managing conflicts of interest is crucial for maintaining high standards of accountability and ethics within an organization. A conflict of interest occurs when an individual's personal interests could improperly influence the performance of their professional duties or decisions, potentially at the expense of the organization's interests. For managers, effectively identifying, disclosing, and managing these conflicts is essential to safeguard the integrity of both the individual and the organization. Conflicts of interest can manifest in various forms, whether it be a manager having a significant financial interest in a competitor or a family member involved in a business that seeks to become a supplier to the company. These situations do not inherently imply wrongdoing, but require careful management to ensure that decisions are made in the best interests of the organization. The first step in managing conflicts of interest is to establish a clear policy that outlines what constitutes a conflict and the processes for reporting and handling these situations. This policy should require all employees to disclose any potential conflicts proactively. It is the responsibility of managers to ensure that their teams are familiar with this policy and understand the importance of compliance. Once a potential conflict of interest is disclosed, it must be evaluated and managed appropriately. In some cases, the simple act of disclosure is sufficient to mitigate the risk, as it allows others within the organization to review and monitor the situation. In more sensitive cases, it may be necessary to remove the individual from the decision-making process related to the conflict, or, in extreme situations, to reassign them to different responsibilities where no conflict exists. Managers themselves must be particularly vigilant about conflicts of interest, given their influence over procurement, hiring, and other significant decisions. They must set an example by disclosing their own conflicts and handling them with transparency and integrity. This sets a cultural standard, showing that the ethical management of conflicts is taken seriously at all levels of the organization. Training and regular communication about the importance of identifying and managing conflicts of interest are also vital. Employees should feel comfortable reporting potential conflicts without fear of retribution. They should also trust that the organization will handle such disclosures fairly and confidentially. Creating an open environment where ethical concerns can be raised and addressed is fundamental to effective conflict management. It is beneficial to periodically review and refresh the conflict of interest policy to address new types of conflicts that may arise with changes in the business environment or organizational structure. For instance, as a company expands into new markets or introduces new products, different kinds of conflicts may emerge that were not previously considered. Documentation is another crucial aspect of managing conflicts of interest. All disclosures and the actions taken to manage them should be thoroughly documented. This not only helps in maintaining transparency, but also provides a clear record that can be referred to in the future, should questions arise about the handling of a particular situation. For managers, the robust management of conflicts of interest is not just about adhering to legal requirements, but about building and maintaining trust in their leadership, trust among team members, and trust from external stakeholders. When employees and stakeholders see that conflicts are managed fairly and openly, their confidence in the organization's ethical standards is strengthened. By prioritizing the effective management of conflicts of interest, managers protect their organization from potential scandals or legal challenges that can arise from poorly handled conflicts. They also contribute to a corporate culture that values integrity and transparency, which are critical to long-term success and sustainability. Managers must remember that managing conflicts of interest is a continuous responsibility that requires vigilance, commitment, and a proactive approach. Ensuring that these ethical practices are deeply embedded in the organizational culture will help sustain a reputation of integrity and trustworthiness, essential attributes in today's business world.